All good things must come to an end. And in 2024, young Sheldon finally finished its 7-season run. Here's the question though, where are the show's stars now? Young Sheldon may have been the show that made Iain Armitage a household name, but it wasn't his first acting job.
Well, this changes everything.
After making his debut reviewing theater on his YouTube channel, Armitage began to act in a handful of TV shows, most notably landing a starring role in HBO's Big Little Lies. In fact, beyond the screen, Armitage has always been something of a jack of all trades. Whether it's practicing different languages or learning Taekwondo, he's been known to maintain several hobbies during his time as a full-time actor. When Young Sheldon came to an end in 2024, Armitage told People magazine that he was looking forward to starring in new acting projects. He said, "I would love to do something indie, maybe something action, maybe something sci-fi, just something super different and weird." During his appearance on the Art of Kindness podcast, Armitage also teased a potential return to Season 3 of Big Little Lies.
I think there will be a third season at some point, one that I would love to be on.
It seems that Armitage hasn't lost his love of adventure either. For example, he's been spending many of his post-Sheldon days learning to fly planes. On the way to acquiring his pilot's license, Armitage flew his first solo flight in July 2024. Jim Parsons was both an executive producer on Young Sheldon and the show's narrator. During his time working on the show, he also balanced his other screen roles, the demands of his production company, and his life at home. In October 2024, Parsons returned to the stage with a starring role in the Broadway revival of Our Town. With a star-studded cast including Zoe Deutsch and Katie Holmes, the show provided a high-profile opportunity for Parsons to indulge in his long-standing love of theater. Speaking to Today, he suggested that this was a part that he just couldn't pass up.
I really did. I was like, this is one of those opportunities when somebody comes and asks you to do it that I feel as an actor, you just do it.
After first appearing in Modern Family, Raegan Revord made her name portraying Missy Cooper in Young Sheldon, at only 9 years old no less. Though her run on the show kept her busy from 2017 to 2024, Revord used her time away from the cameras to explore her love of reading and literature. As she grew up, she became so enamored with reading that fans of hers would frequently ask for book recommendations that suited young readers. These requests led Revord to begin her book club, Reading with Raegan, in 2019. In particular, Revord wanted her book club to be focused on young adult literature.
I'd seen that Miss Oprah was doing a book club and Miss Reese was, but I didn't see one for children my age.
By pairing her book club with her social media platforms, Revord has kept her finger on the pulse of all things literary. She's even gone as far as writing her own YA novel, Rules for Fake Girlfriends, which is set to release in September 2025. Joining the cast at just 14 years old, Montana Jordan starred in Young Sheldon for its entire run. And Jordan's life started to mirror that of his fictional counterpart Georgie when he became a devoted family man at just 22. Jordan made his relationship with girlfriend Jenna Weeks public in 2021. In January 2024, he took to Instagram to announce that they were expecting. On May 21st, 2024, Jordan introduced their daughter, Emma Ray, to the world. During an interview with People magazine in September of that year, Jordan couldn't help but gush over his new life as a father. He said, "There's nothing better than freaking being a dad." Recently, Jordan has been portraying a more mature George Cooper in the Young Sheldon spinoff, Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage. Life seems to be imitating art here too. In January 2025, Jordan announced on Instagram that he and Weeks were officially engaged, writing, "I love you to the moon and back a million times and more. I can't wait to see what the future brings for us and our family." Mckenna Grace had already built an impressive acting resume long before she appeared as Paige Swanson on Young Sheldon. After making her debut in Disney's Crash and Bernstein, Grace earned global recognition for her performances in films such as Gifted and I, Tonya. Alongside her prolific acting career, Grace has also become a notable singer-songwriter with over 400,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. Despite all this, she suggested to Mixdown in 2022 that there's still more she wants to accomplish and credited her adventurous spirit as the reason her music and acting career have both flourished. She said, "As I've gotten older, I've gotten a lot more of an appreciation for acting and the beauty of film and storytelling. I really want to move into directing and producing and writing and all sorts of things. It's been crazy. It's been beautiful. I love it." From designing women to Ghostbusters, Annie Potts was a straight-up icon of the 1980s.
We got one!
And she scored yet another career win when she took on the role of Connie Meemaw Tucker in Young Sheldon. After the show ended, Potts used her newfound free time to fully commit to her philanthropic organization, the Heart Channels. Founded in 2022, the organization is dedicated to helping those less fortunate find stability in their lives. Some of their services include providing housing assistance, granting funds for college students, and offering programs for children with additional support needs. In 2024, Potts shared that she had gotten hooked on helping after meeting a nonverbal boy named Kamarli. She said, "His face was so emblazoned on my memory. I just started doodling on my iPad, and I ended up making a book of the drawings and selling them on the island to help that little boy and his family." As the daughter of notable actors Jeff Perry and Laurie Metcalf, Zoe Perry is no stranger to the spotlight, and she gained plenty of new fans when she began playing Mary Cooper on Young Sheldon. Surprisingly, Perry has been living a more low-key life in the years since the end of the show. Aside from reprising her role in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage, she hasn't taken on many major acting gigs, although she did finally get the chance to act opposite her mother in 2025 when she joined the cast of ABC's The Connors. Meanwhile, Perry has kept her private life quite private. In 2022, she married her partner, Gabe Tarabulsi, in a private ceremony. The news only got out after photographs from the wedding were posted by a friend on Instagram. Though she remained relatively quiet in the days following the end of Young Sheldon, Perry did reunite with Iain Armitage in 2024 when they both were invited to the White House. Armitage took to Instagram to share this special moment, writing, "Huge thanks for making our visit so special and for giving me the best excuse to see Mama Zoe again." Lance Barber made his name as a comic actor appearing in sitcoms such as The Comeback and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
My kids aren't really here, are they?
No.
Thank God.
After briefly appearing in The Big Bang Theory as a different character, Barber joined the franchise proper as George Cooper Sr. in Young Sheldon. He stayed with the show for its entire duration, only occasionally taking time to appear in a small handful of other projects. And like Zoe Perry, Barber has remained relatively private following the finale. But he hasn't given up working altogether. In 2025, Barber made a guest appearance in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage. Given his character's tragic end in Young Sheldon, his appearance in the spin-off was the result of a dream Georgie had about disappointing his late father. According to show creator Steve Holland, this story arc felt like an ideal way to bring a beloved character back to the franchise. In 2022, Emily Osment first appeared on Young Sheldon as Mandy McAllister, Georgie's partner. Despite her late inclusion in the series, Osment's performance quickly made her a favorite among fans. And yet Mandy was originally supposed to be a one-off character. Speaking to People magazine, Osment said, "I was just supposed to do one guest star appearance. That was my deal. It was one episode, and then they brought me back for 2 more, and then they brought me back for 7 more, then they brought me on as a regular." Osment's full-time gig on Young Sheldon came to an end just 2 years after she got on board. But then, in March 2024, CBS gave her a show of her own, Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage. At the time, Osment thanked the showrunners for allowing this opportunity to become a reality. She wrote, "So thrilled to finally be able to celebrate this wonderful news. I share with the best fake husband a girl could ask for. Stick around, y'all. The story continues." Although he found considerable success playing Tam in Young Sheldon, acting wasn't Ryan Phuong's first love. Having learned to dance at the age of 6, Phuong was once best known for his skills on the dance floor. As a preteen, he showed off his unique talent on projects such as Dancing with the Stars and Just Dance Kids 2. Phuong kept up his dancing even while working on Young Sheldon, which, according to his interview with Voyage LA, was a shock to many of the show's fans. He said, "It's really funny to see people comment on my social media saying that Tam can dance. And I find it funny because a lot of people don't see that side of me."
Tam, we're talking about my problems right now.
In 2020, Phuong enrolled in USC Gloria Kaufman School of Dance, where he continued to hone his skills as a dancer. He graduated in 2024. He told Voyage LA, "I think the one thing that sets me apart from others is my ability to adapt into whatever field I'm in, and at a young age. I have always had that ability. I think being a diverse individual in general will make you have an edge." Though Wyatt McClure garnered some notable acting credits as a child actor, his portrayal of Billy Sparks in Young Sheldon marked a highlight in his career. During this time, though, McClure kept himself busy booking gigs in projects such as Teachers and the Santa Clauses. By the show's 7th season, it was clear McClure had become quite close to his Young Sheldon castmates. Just hours before the final episode aired, he took to Instagram to express his gratitude for being able to work with his co-stars, referring to them as lifelong friends. And McClure seemed to keep up these friendships even after the show ended. In July 2024, he dedicated a happy birthday post to Iain Armitage on Instagram. 10 days later, he made a post asking his friend for recommendations about things to do in London. Armitage encouraged McClure to enjoy himself, recommending that he go see a play and eat at Dishoom, a popular chain of restaurants in the city. Before booking the role of Brenda Sparks on Young Sheldon, Melissa Peterman had been a familiar face in the world of sitcoms. In particular, her portrayal of Barbara Jean Booker Hart in Reba was the role that made her name on television. Peterman continued to work as an actor as time went on, both before and after joining the cast of Young Sheldon. In 2024, Peterman took the role of Gabby in Happy's Place, an NBC sitcom that saw her reunite with her Reba co-star Reba McEntire. During an appearance on The Talk, she said that working with Reba felt just like it had done back in 2001.
Feels like we're riding a bike, except we're older and our tires need to be inflated.